Yo, what's going on, everybody? We are back with another Dominaria draft. I always say I'm a man of the people, and the people said they wanted more Dominaria. They all subbed, so I have to dom. Okay, so we open up a nice one here. We open up a Lyra Dawnbringer, which is essentially just a Baneslayer Angel. It's got some cool flavor text if you happen to pick up a Sarah Angel. I think that's the only other angel in the set. Maybe there's one more, but it's an absurd card. Also Fight with Fire, which is great. Also Skittering Surveyor. Llanowar Elves, Call of Cavalry. This is a rare Dominaria pack that actually has some pretty good stuff in it. Fungal Infection, also quite good. White is the weakest color by far in the format, I would say. But, you know, I'm not going to pass up on a Lyra. So we'll take this here, and let's see if we can draft a good white deck. Well, there is that Sarah Angel that I was talking about. So I think I will just snap that up here. Also, Mesa Unicorn. This is a card I would not mind picking up. A Divination, an Eviscerate, United Malice, all perfectly fine cards. But I gotta take the Angel with the Angel Travel card in my pile, right? Meteor Self-Replicator is also one probably worth talking about. It's a very, very slow engine card. 5 mana 2/2, comes down and makes copies of its house when you cast a historic spell, again, which is a Saga enchantment, or sorry, Saga, Legend, or Artifact. Can be okay in really slow games, but generally not amazing. So we'll just snap up the Angel here. Alright, what do we see in this pack? Well, we see a Gideon's Reproach, which, you know, is an okay removal spell. Sergeant at Arms, fine creature, one of the better white commons. Haphazard Bombardment, which is a pretty cool one, honestly. So this is 6 mana. You put 4 counters randomly on non-enchantment permanents. Each turn, you randomly destroy one of them. So, you know, after a few turns, you can take out, you know, a few lands or a few creatures. I think I'm probably just going to take the Gideon's Reproach here. I think this is a cool card, but I don't think it's enough quite to sway me away from just, you know, keep taking white cards here. All right, now we have an interesting pick. We have a Planeswalker 4th pick here. It's not a very good one. Jaya Ballard. She's 5 mana, 5 loyalty, plus to add red. You can cast, you can use that to cast spells. +3, she rummages a bunch, and then the last, her emblem is cool, but kind of, you know, not a game-winning emblem, I would say. So I'm just gonna jam this blink of an eye. I said this in my last Dominaria video, but I do believe this is the best common. And if I'm gonna be white, I would prefer to pair it with blue, which is just like, you know, pair it with the best color. And blue-white flyers is a pretty reasonable archetype in this format. Okay, now what? Well, it seems we have come to the part in a Dominaria draft where it's all just clunkers. There is, you know, some okay red cards down here, and Evoke Divine, which, you know, you can main deck enchantment removal stuff, cards in this format. It's fine to do. Windgrace Acolyte, pretty good, and probably the best card in this pack. I am hesitant to take it after having 2 5-drops that kind of fill a similar role. I might just do it, though. Like, you can pick up an Invoke kind of whenever, and it's also not, like, a necessity. So, I'll just take this and see if we can get more black cards. I could also take Bloodstone Goblin as, like, a good red card. Maybe we do get into a red-white deck. Maybe that's actually more interesting. All right, you know what? I've actually convinced myself. Let's see if we can, you know, channel my instincts and draft a red-white aggro deck. All right, now what do we see? Well, the best card in the pack now is Syncopate, so I guess we just take that. There's also Thaladom Omnivore, another Bloodstone Goblin, Sparring Construct, kind of, you know, Iron Apprentice at home. But I'll just take Syncopate here. It's good early, good late, good 2-drop, good to counter, you know, your opponent's expensive kicker stuff. So we'll just take this here. Ooh, okay, so now we see a Gitu Lava Runner, which is the best card in this pack. A Fungal Infection, which is the second best card in this pack, and some straggly, you know, whatever cards. Precognition Field, not really a card to be looking at. So do I take a black card or a red card? You can take a black card. I think it's, or sorry, a red card. I think it's not crazy that we abandon the white cards if white's just absolutely not flowing and move into blue-red once again, blue-red wizard. So let's just take this and see where it goes. It's just like a lot better than anything else here. So we'll grab that. All right, a pick here, we get a Primeval's Glorious Rebirth, which is a very ambitious legendary sorcery. It already asks you to have legends in your deck to cast this card, which, mind you, we do, I guess. And then you want some more legends to bring back from the grave. So we're just going to take Mesa Unicorn. Adamant Will actually really good in this set. It's just, you know, a very solid protection spell / trick. Would be happy with this as well, but Mesa Unicorn. Ooh, this is a good wheel pack for us. So the Mesa Unicorn didn't wheel out of this pack. I think it was in this pack, if memory serves, but Call of Cavalry is a really good white card. There's also a Fungal Infection, a Dark Bargain, decent black cards, and Llanowar Elves, nothing to sneeze at either, but green has not seemed open. I think this is maybe just snuck through the cracks, and I'm really happy about Call. I called this, you know, Oath at Home, Imperial Oath at Home in the last video, and it is kind of that, but I would also just argue that, you know, there's a lot of room between Imperial Oath and a bad card. All right, now we get a Mesa Unicorn. Okay, so maybe the mono white are close to, you know, the base white dream is still alive. We're getting all the good white cards, so I'm happy with that. Okay, and more good stuff. So the Sentry Wheels, the Sergeant Arm Wheels, I think I'm probably going to take the Sentry as a card that is just like a little bit harder to pick up. I could also just take the Divination. Maybe that was actually right. I was thinking, like, Divination is the best card in that pack. I was thinking that I want to stay base white here, just so it can be like red, white, or red, blue, or sorry, white, blue. But I don't really care that much about if I miss out on a Sentry. So I think Divination was actually the slightly better pick there. All right, and a bunch of random stuff. So we made it out of pack 1 with a lot of playables, and we get to a Naban. Well, Naban is a good card, but not for what we're doing here, unfortunately. I mean, you can still have this card and pick up some like Academy Journey Mages, which is like the bounce wizard, and it's still going to be pretty good. So I could still consider it here. The other options are just taking Skittering Surveyor, which, you know, is always going to be a good card. Helps you splash, helps you hit your land drops or your 5 and 6 drops. I could also take Memorial of Genius. This is one of the better lands in this cycle of tapped lands that have a spell effect. I think I'm just going to take the Skittering Surveyor. I might regret this. You know, this is kind of the safe pick, where if I see a bunch of Academy Journey Mages, I'm going to be like, well, I really wish I had that in the bond, but Skittering Surveyor is always going to be so solid. Oh, we get past the Muldrotha. Well, this is not a card for our seed, I will say, but it is a sweet one. It's a big old 6/6 that draws you cards out of your grave, but I'm just super happy to pick up a blink of an eye here. Memorial to Glory, also one that I really hope wheels, and maybe it's actually just the pick here. It's really powerful. I think the actual best land of this type, and you know, these uncommon sacrifice lands. And I'm not guaranteed to be blue. I think that Blink of an Eye is enough better that I'm willing to take the risk here. And I think this is a card that is slightly more likely to wheel. So let's just take the Blink. Okay, this is an interesting pick because Syncopate's not going to be amazing in this deck. We're going to be tapping out fairly often. But it's also pretty good if we can get on board early, right? And they go like, play a 2, play a 3, key up Syncopate. Syncopate's generally a better card than Opt. So I think I'll just take the second copy here. Over the Opt. Opt is good when you have spell synergies, less so when you don't. And we've got enough, like, we've got a few instant speed stuff, instant speed things to do. So it's not like this is going to be just stuck in our hand awkwardly. Now we can just take an Adamant Will or a Blessed Light. Just grab the Blessed Light, I suppose. Kind of a clunky-ish removal spell, but gets the job done. And maybe there's a chance this card comes back too. Juggernaut, fine card. We'll take Servant, Aether Glider, cards you kind of hope not to play, but can make the cut. And again, there's another Opt here. Ooh, a Wizard's Lightning. So if I don't take Wizard's Lightning, what am I taking? Nothing? Like, these cards were both not very good. And the Navigator's Compass. Yeah, just take this, I suppose. Like, I don't expect to want to splash that off of Skittering Surveyor. But again, we might not be blue-white, right? We might have some world where we do trend back towards red. I think it's unlikely, but again, there's nothing in this pack I really care about. All right, a pack of some pretty good stuff here. So we've got Slimefoot, we've got the land, which would help if we were splashing. Chronicler and Lava Runner are both pretty good. Calico Skin Witch, also pretty good, but I'll jam the third blink here happily. All right, in this pack, not a lot. There's a Squee, best card in the pack, so why don't we take that? Oh, the Memorial Wield. Okay, well, super happy about that. I'm a little bit shocked, a little bit surprised, but, you know, we'll take it. And the other Memorial Wield. Okay, that's sweet. That's actually really good. Good sign for us. So, yeah, I think we are definitely locking into blue-white at this point with the cards we just picked up. But again, like, we open like a Varric Bladewing or something. I think it's perfectly reasonable we go back into red-white instead. All right, pick up an Opt. All right, so we open a pack with Goblin Chain Whirler, which, for those who did not play this standard format around this time, was the Boogeyman. You know, it was kind of you couldn't play any X1s, you know, forget about playing Llanowar Elf in this format. This card just came down and wrecked you. I don't think we're going to be taking it here. We're either going to take the Danitha or the Cloud Raider Sphinx. Both cards are pretty darn good. Let's just take these red cards out. I'm going to take the Danitha, I think the cheaper one, because we have a lot of expensive-ish stuff, and Blink of an Eye with the cheap stuff, like our cheap curve here, our low curve. I think, you know, those cards are pretty close, and just taking the cheaper one is better. Now we can take either another Naban. Let's move these red cards out of here. Or we have access to a Naban here now. I think I'm just going to take like the fourth Blink of an Eye. I can't go wrong with that, right? I mean, there's Pegasus Courser. I could take that as well, but I just feel like Blink is just so good with our flyers. So yeah, let's just jam that. Ooh, Tempest Djinn. So this card's pretty sweet. So it's a blue, 0/4. Gets +1/+0 for each basic island I control. The other option in this pack is Pegasus Courser and Mesa Unicorn. I think I'm going to take this, though. Like, you don't need to cast this on turn 3 for it to be good. You can cast it on turn 5 and double spell with it. So, yeah, I think we're going to take this and see if we can jam it in our deck. And Evra Halcyon Witness. So, this is a pretty powerful card. It's you know, 6 mana, 4/4, lifelink. You can exchange your life total with Evra. So, basically, she just keeps getting bigger if she keeps hitting. There's a really funny interaction in this format. I'm going to take this card, by the way, where if your opponent befuddles your Evra, as you activate the ability, you know, in response, Evra will become a 0 power creature and you just lose the game on the spot because you exchange her 0 power with your life total. So something to watch out for sure. All right, now we just take a Merfolk Trickster. Great card. Happy to see that. A little bit tough on the mana, but it shouldn't be too tough. This pack, not much. I guess I take a Cold Water Snapper in case I pick up the combo with the wings. What's it called? Arcane Flight. It's a 1 mana aura. Then you get something flying. It's a nice little wombo combo with the Snapper. So I'm going to play that. I think it's more likely I enjoy that in my deck than Short Sword. All right, pick up a Invoke the Divine. Karn's Temporal Sundering, eh? Well, we've got 3 legends. Yeah, I'm running this. This is sweet, yeah. 3 legends. That's just about the minimum I would want for a legendary sorcery. And this one's really, really good. So let's pick this up. All right, the Chain Whirler Wield. I don't think I'm going to take that for the all gems, but I'll take the Divination here. All right, and some Stragglers of the pack. Nothing too exciting. Take a Healing Grace. I think our red-white deck would have been okay as well, but can't pass up Quad, Blink of an Eye. All right, and last pick, Orcish Vandal. All right, in classic Dominaria fashion here, there's not many options we have for the build. We just don't have, you know, that many playables. So I think I'm just going to cut the Cold Water Snapper, bringing the Invoke the Divine. Mana base is maybe something to talk about. We have 17 lands here, which I think is, you know, right. We don't want to be going down too many lands. We've got a bunch of 4s and 5s and 6s. We've got an opt here to kind of smooth out the mana or smooth out our draws. We probably want more blue sources than white because we've got triple blue here, double blue here. You know, we've got double white up here too, but that, you know, we can get in some time we'll be able to cast that. We've got double blue here as well. So yeah, I think just the classic medium 9/8 mana base slanted towards blue, and yeah, let's ship it. All right, into the first round. Ooh, versus no other. I feel like I always face stream members. People who frequent my stream when I play, do these YouTube videos, which is kind of cool. Like knowing it's almost like you're playing Paper Magic, almost like you're sitting across from somebody you know. We'll keep this hand. It's got, you know, needs some white mana for sure, but has our best card and has Blink to buy us some time as well. Give me the old hello. The old unmute too. They deserve it. All right, this is kind of nice. Having Syncopate on 2 is always nice. You know, we might be staring at each other for a while, or maybe not. We'll see. If this gets syncopated, I'm more than happy. It's kind of okay. You know, we could wait a turn, really be conservative, but I think it's okay not to here. If this gets countered, it means these things aren't getting countered. We're missing some land drops and going to discard. Yeah, always painful. There's always there's the conversation around should you need to actually discard when you go to, you know, when you're missing land drops. Ooh, we'll syncopate this one. Like, it's kind of just, you know, punishment on top of punishment, right? I don't know. It's a weird... I am kind of the opinion of... I almost do wish that you didn't have to, right? You could just be like, you know, keep your 8 cards. You're going to be able to cast them. You know, if you hit your land drops, you can cast them eventually. It just feels like kind of additional punishment when you have to discard that painful 8th card. All right, we draw another double white card, which isn't so great. Skittering Surveyor is a nice one for them, though. Really don't feel the need to invoke the Divine this thing. Yeah, just get in. Blink. Yeah, you got it. All right, and here's where we just slam the Lyra. There is some thought to jamming Sarah Angel instead as a threat that they'll also have to deal with, but... And maybe that's actually better, because if they have Fiery Intervention here, I do kind of... it looks like they might not. I do kind of get punished, and this would be just as good of a threat, especially because Lyra pumps it next turn. So I actually think this was a mistake. I actually should have just played the Sarah Angel. Lyra attacks for, or Sarah Angel attacks for just as much. Alright, luckily we didn't get punished though. Let's play our land, get in there, and I think we're probably, this game's probably under wraps, so we have a Sarah Angel and Blink of an Eye backup as well. Divination again. And Chronicler. Alright. So, not quite game. We're a point short, but... Yep. Let's get in there. And I think I'm not even going to play Danitha here. I'm just going to keep up the blink, and then if they don't do anything, I just crack my Memorial. Fire Fist Adept. Alright, the deal's 2. Okay. And like a Wizard's Lightning, maybe? A Shivan Fire. Okay. Doesn't quite do it. Not quite enough. We still have 6 toughness worth of Angels. GG. Love that. Yeah, we still have 6 toughness worth of Angels that the opponent couldn't deal with. So, yeah, okay, well, that was a nice quick one. I love, I was worried doing another Dominaria draft. The first one was great. The games were like a minute and a half each. I was worried that this time doing it, I'd be in like some sort of long slog games. But if that first game is, indicative of how these games go, I'll be a happy camper. All right, I encountered a weird timeout bug. And so I timed out and I'm down a game here. I lost a game not on my own accord. So, accord, get it? But I don't know. We're 1-1 for, program malfunction reasons. Let's hope the rest of the stream or the rest of the draft video goes uninterrupted. All right, they play a vanilla card. This is all fine. Yep, that's, I mean, I could cast Divination here, but I'm just going to leave up Syncopate. Syncopate their 3. Yeah, that's a good one to Syncopate. All right, Mace Unicorn. It's pretty nice. We'll just jam that. Ooh, a Karn. The Karn Father. All right, Karn's good. Yep. Draw some cards. Make some constructs. I will put a land into your hand, opponents. And yeah, I guess this, we'd really like to get on board here. This is non-land permanent. So we can bounce it if we would really like to. Danith is okay too. So, I mean, we can bounce the Honor Guard and attack the Karn. I think I'm just supposed to play the Danith though. And chill. Like, it's going to accrue some card advantage, but we do have some flyers that we can fly over. What if they're mono white? Mono white Karn. Alright, and Seal Away. Seal Away is... I'm going to give them a land, obviously, but Seal Away is not that big of a problem if we know about it, and we've got double blink here. Alright, another Honor Guard. Doesn't quite do much against Danitha, but... And a dub! Alright, well... I think the opponent's going to take the L on this exchange, but we get to do this. Bounce that. Kind of get wrecked. And, ooh, that's not bad either. Okay, so now we go attack, attack. Yep. Demolish Honor Guard. All right. And a call. All right, call's good here. Call protects them pretty well. All right, Steal Away in hand. Only gets creatures or enchantments. Darn this this old-fashioned removal. Not hitting planeswalkers. All right, draw some lands. Do we have a reason to opt here? Yeah, I guess we have enough 2-drops, but I wouldn't top a 2-drop, so it really only matters if I scry into something and don't like what I see. So I'm actually just going to wait here. I don't think it actually gives me much value to do it now. Also might be something that I want to change based on what my opponent does, Even Sentry. Alright, that one's not so bad. They put the Dominant Trapper in their hand. Yeah, alright, that's a bit of a problem. Seeing as we only have 1 creature here. You can tap down the 1 creature. Blink of an Eye number 3, hey? I think I'm actually just going to bottom that, looking for one of our better flyers. Syncopate's not too bad, but also not great. Sorry, Tempest Djin's good. It means that we are only playing Tempest Djin if we play that this turn. I guess I could set up Bounce Karn, Syncopate it. I don't love that. I think the biggest problem right now is on board. So I actually think we just have to cast the Djinn so that 1 historic spell doesn't wreck our day. Yeah. Is it better to cast this? Not necessarily. It still doesn't block very well. We don't leave up Blink and Syncopate our blue cards, but I think we just need the good blockers here. Land in hand. Karn also rips through the deck pretty quickly, so there's a world where we can just like gain enough life where we deck them. They're at 19 cards. All right, going wide with the call. I think Island is actually probably our best draw, so that we can like play it, attack, they seal away, and they either trump here or we get to kill Karn. All right, Merfolk Trickster means we can tap the Sentry, so it doesn't have flying, or tap on their turn. All right, let's just go even Sentry. Pass the turn. We'll Merfolk Trickster the flyer and hopefully kill Karn on our. All right, they get their call. Sergeant Arms kicked. All right. Yeah, they're going wide enough now that they can actually just start attacking all. They don't even need to, like, get stuff out of the way. And it's even more punishing if they do find some historic cards to tap our stuff down. All right, tap down your flyer. And then, yeah, I guess we just kill the Karn here. Syncopate for 2. And hold up Blink still? Okay, that's a pretty good line. All right, so this, if we can survive this turn, they don't have a tapper. And even if they have a tapper, it's not that bad. We can untap, play the Karn, some Portal Sundering, get some good attacking action in. I guess the Sentry gets in, but that's not that big a deal. All right, another call. And yeah, they just end here. Okay, block here. Block a 1/1. Or I guess it's better to block the Dominant Trapper. Okay, they don't look like they have anything, so let's bounce one of these tokens. This is actually not so bad for us. We take, a good chunk of damage. But we do have the Temporal Sundering here. Bounce a token. Get some life back at some point here. An Excavation Elephant. Alright, with no artifacts in the grave. Ooh, Sarah's nice too. Okay, so. We play Island. We bounce a token. I take a turn. Thank you very much. And yes, bounce you. We get in with the flyers. And oh, that's better than Sarah Angel, isn't it? All right, let's play that. I like that one. We could even attack now with a Tempest Djinn. That wouldn't be ridiculous. Yeah, if they tap down one thing, or like if they get rid of the Lyra, we go block, 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 take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess that's not very good, is it? Don't want to put ourselves dead to a removal spell. All right, and Lyra takes it down. Sweet. All right, let's see if we can get another one here. Pretty good hand again. They mulligan. Always love to see that. Okay, so. Yeah, we will. So, I mean, we could not syncopate this. And then just like Danitha blanks whatever they have. So that's actually reasonable, because then on turn 4 we can hold up syncopate. So we'll just, do whatever. Very strategic language, I'll just do whatever. That's my game plan. I'm going to do whatever because I feel like it. I know everybody comes to this channel looking for such strategic plays as I'm going to do this because I want to. All right, that worked out. Yeah, now we get to syncopate this instead. Yoink. Yoink. Ooh, blink's good too. All right, get in. All right, if we can draw a land next turn just to go Sundering into, into a time walk, into removal spell, I think we kind of have this game locked up, barring something wild. Oh, bless the life. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Can't have it all. All right, that's a good one. Let's get in there. Quende. All right, Quende's pretty sweet. I think I'm just going to bounce it here. I don't feel super, inclined to need to exile it and getting, deeper into our deck. Drawing some more creatures so that when we do Sundering, it's actually going to mean something. You know, actually, we can leverage our extra turn, get some more creatures going. All right, play Memorial, pass the turn. I'm probably going to crack this Memorial here on a turn. I guess there's some thought to Blessed Lighting this Quende, but I think I just want access to 2 more cards here. 2 more lands, it seems. All right. Not so bad. So, I mean, I could just do this to cycle the Temporal Sundering, but I think at this point we just chill, and we'll activate the Memorial here. Pegasus Course. All right. Sort of scary with Quende. All right. Let's see what they got going on here. They might attack with the Quende. Wouldn't be surprised. We are at 28 as well, so it's not like we can't take a few licks. All right. Blink. Fantastic, of course. So, I mean, not yet, I think. We'll just see what they do here. I'm probably just going to... Well, I could blink now. If I blink now, there's not that many creatures I could draw, though. The thought is I blink into a creature so that Karn's Temporal Sundering next turn can be pretty good, but I think we'll just chill still. See what they do. It's like a Verdant Forest or something. They got green, 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 8 mana. That card is in the set. I'm sure they're a little bit hesitant about playing that if they have that, though. Into all of our open blue mana. Interesting. Okay. I guess this makes sense. They're jumping the Unicorn. Yeah. I'll just take this. They gain 2, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, Wild Onslaught. That's a pretty decent one. Yeah, so I mean, they're gonna give their creatures a bunch of +1/+1 counters. So let's just... Actually, do we just win here? Not quite, but it is close. And we do if we draw a reasonable creature. So we're gonna bounce the Lifelinker. We drew our own creature. Okay, so yeah, not quite. And they do hit us for a lot. 4 double strike plus the 3. But we'll untap here. Again, this Invoke not looking very good. All right, we target ourselves. Bounce the Quende. Bash you for a bunch. And Surveyor's not bad. Our Invoke can gain us 4 life. Alright, getcha. Yep, Surveyor. And this should be it, I assume. Yep. Alright. Here you go, opponent. Okay, Quende. Quende tapping in a very particular manner. Of note. Yeah, okay. And last card? Yeah, alright. So that'll be the game. Just exile the Mesa Unicorn, and it's lethal. Alright, a bunch of dorky creatures and blinks get done once again. Let's go to the next one. Alright, let's see. This one? Yeah, also pretty great. I always say it's easy to have great opening hands when your hand just has, or when your deck just has great cards. Alright, we will play that. Even drew the second white source for our Evra and our Sarah Angel. And I'll just flash this in here. It's good to get value off this thing, but it's also just good to attack with your 2 mana 2/2 sometimes, you know? That's annoying. I could blink this back to my hand, or blink the token they plan on blocking with, but I don't think I really need to. I'd rather protect my Sarah Angel, or, you know, help blink and erase or something. Slimefoot. Alright, that is a pretty scary one. We could attack, and there's a chance they just don't block. We could also play the Aven Sentry. So, if I attack, this is a very threatening card, or a very good card for them, right? This is integral to the black-green deck's game plan a lot of the time. I could attack and sneak in some points so that I don't have to blink here. And then I get to play the Sarah, or the Aven Sentry. And if they do block, I can just blink post-combat, and if I lose out on his 2 damage and 2 life, I think it's probably just worth attacking here. Like, the upside is high, and the downside is not that bad. Which is the perfect bluff scenario. You know, you want high reward, low floor bluffs. Okay, well, this means something. They're not going to be trading their Slimefoot for my Aven. Alright, Omnivore, not a huge problem. The Invoke, awkward as always. We'll just bounce their 4. Draw land? Not quite, but I don't hate drawing another blank. Alright, yep. I imagine they don't attack with Slimefoot this turn. Alright, land is great. Let's get with the Sentry. One of these days, we'll find a target for this. I remember this card being main deckable. Maybe that was just naive, youthful Alex thinking this card was a fine card in the main deck in this format. Alright, we take this. I mean, there's enough targets if you go through the list of playable cards, right? There's good ones too, like Impulses, Clutches, Ice Manipulator, stuff you want to kill. Might have just been these games have been, you know, just happened to it. We have not seen any good ones. All right, now going for Flyers. And player Evra. I always like the art on this guy. It's just like this grandfatherly slime with all these baby slimes around him. And this one always gets me. It's like the original Tarmogoyf, where you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, I get what's going on. And then you look closer and you're like, oh, that's just like a gigantic mouth. That's what's happening there. All right, no attacks. I mean, we seemingly have something resembling lethal. I mean, they can make a Zapperlink sack it to gain 3 life, right? They gain 2 off this, and then they drain us here. So I mean, I could just bounce this. If that's their plan, I should probably just exile the Slimefoot or bounce the Slimefoot. They also could have some sort of interaction spell, removal spell. I think I'm just gonna attack with the Flyers and force them to act first. Like, if their plan is to do that drain plan, right? They go to 2, and they're no better on board. And if they have a removal spell, I can save my creatures here. All right, and you know, they could do this again next turn, but I don't really care that much. I don't feel like the need to exile the Slimefoot, really. Song of Freyalise. It's like a really good card. Really good card. Not so much at this point of the game, but it's powerful. They make mana 2 turns in a row, and then they overrun their team, sort of. Ooh. There it goes. So it's a giant 7/7 flyer that, when it dies, it comes back after 3 turns. 7/7 trample haste flyer, sorry. Alright, and yeah, that's it. Cool, alright. Flyer's too good, Flyer's too good. Actually, really Blink of an Eye too good is what that was. Talus Engineer, another chat member, actually. Oh! This weird draw bug going on. There's been funky stuff, like I said. There's been some funky stuff with my arena. Might need to reset. Hopefully this is fine. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick reset. Oh, nope, we're good. False alarm. Alright, good hand. I say good with a little asterisk that this Invoke is going to find a target for once. I believe in you, buddy. I believe in you. Oh, blue-white mirror. Alright. Tempest Gen? Do I like you? I like you. I don't know if I love you, though. I guess I keep it with the Divination. Yeah. We also, you know, had the, you know, lucky we played our island first. So we can luck into turn 3 Tempest Gen. Alright, they play Pegasus Courser, which is sort of ineffective when we have a bunch of flyers ourselves. I mean, it's not a bad card at all, but the thing about this card that makes it awesome is it makes any of your ground creatures flyers, which we don't have too much of a problem dealing with. Call. Okay. Don't hit a land, which is unfortunate. Really would have liked to see and play our own call. So, I mean, we can attack and hope they block. I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'm just supposed to try to hit my land drops here. I think we've just got too much good stuff going on. And play our planes? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, the reason to not play the island is to not give away the Syncopate tell. But is this actually going to matter? If we draw another island, will we might have Trickster plus Syncopate up? Or like Tempest Djinn plus Syncopate for 1. I guess it's probably worth it. Like, there's a small chance where this is where it gets weird, right? Like, how much are we investing or making gameplay decisions based on arena tells, and how much, like, if this isn't paper, I definitely just play the island, right? Because I'm most likely going to need triple or quad white, right? Very interesting cost-benefit analysis here, too. Which one I should play, though. All right, they bounce that, and I actually think I'm fine blocking with Danitha here. Because if they want to use a trick here, that's very okay. Because then they're not using it on this or this or this, you know? Befuddle. Yeah, okay. That is fine. That's annoying. It's a 2-for-1, but again, they're not using it on something else. Which I guess, then again, they wouldn't have been able to use it on the Sarah Angel. Alright, Disciple. No problem. And, okay, so now we just play the Angel. I mean, the Angel's really kind of not so great against an interaction spell because they hit us for another huge chunk. But the other option is, like, Call the Cavalry. If I could double spell, like, play this and, a Merfolk Trickster, I probably would. But I think we just have to jam this and hope. And the thing is, even if they have an I was going to say, even if they have an interaction spell, it's not that bad. That's a bad one. That is an interaction spell I don't think is great for us to see here. So they top the Angel. Okay. At least we can, hopefully next turn, if we hit a land next turn, we get to, like, call plus Merfolk Trickster. That's not bad. All right, that's not a huge deal. Yeah, I mean, besides us taking a decent amount of damage, I prefer it be, Arcane Flight rather than something super, super impactful. All right, that probably does us in. I mean, I can, well, this is actually kind of good, right? The Invoke actually come in handy here, because what I can do, I can invoke the Arcane Flight, tap down something, and then block. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So let's invoke now, as to not get countered. I mean, I guess either way, if we get countered, it's pretty bad. So let's just chill then. Let's see what happens. They're going to draw cards off to Fairy. Hate to see that. Jousting Lance. Okay, this actually works out for us in the sense of now that's a better target, most likely, for the Invoke. Okay, so I will tap down their 3/3 Vigi. Oh, I suppose maybe it was better tapped on that, so that didn't get flying. Yeah, I actually forgot about that. That's my bad. They still have to block with this if they don't want their Teferi to die, so that's good news for us. Syncopate. Yeah, not great as we're behind here. So we attack Teferi, we trade for a token, and we play just Tempest Djinn here. All right. 'Tis the play. Hopefully they just jam a giant spell. Okay, that's actually not too bad because I mean it's less likely they'll have a card that can, or more likely they have a card that we can syncopate. Took me a lot to get that out. All right, yeah, they draw. I'm surprised they didn't do that first, actually. Yeah, we will counter Shalai. That is one I don't think we'll be having none of that. All right, so we know we're drawing that. We can attack. It forces them to trade off this if they don't want to lose their Teferi. That might be just an advantageous thing for us to do here. Because what's going to happen is they can tuck the Sarah Angel again. But actually, it's not that bad, right? Yeah, that's actually not that bad, if that's what their play is. Ooh, they have Opt, okay. Because they lose to Fairy, and then they don't have good blocks. Or good attacks still. All right, they top. Hate to see that. The deck looks sweet though. Shalai, Teferi. I imagine they're gonna go like removal spell to Fairy Tuck, hit us for 6, then we die. Or at least very close to die. Yep. Yep. Alright. Good beats. Good beats. Good game. Alright. Into the next one here. Let's not get Teferi'd this time. One can hope. One can hope. Alright, draw a second blue source. And we're on the play too, so or you know, it's always funny. This doesn't happen very much in modern limited, right? But used to be being on the play or on the draw, sorry, with when you have divination in your hand as your first play is like a common thing where you're like, oops, I guess I have to discard. But being on the draw means we don't have to. Alright, that is fine. And a blink. So yeah, let's just could just blink now, but I would prefer to see what they do. Yeah, if they play a Call of Cavalry, I'll just blink a token there. Even Sentry. Alright, that is a better one to blink. So bye-bye. Bye-bye, birdie. And draw a card. Cast Sarah. Opponent can't beat Sarah Angel, I guess. Alright, well, we take those. Opponent was just a paid actor there to, I paid to reduce editing time, so I don't have to edit yet another game in this draft. You know, the fewer games I have to play, the easier I can pump out the videos. Alright, and this is a decent one. Tempest Djinn won't be cast for a while, unless we're very lucky and draw Island, but it's all good. Again, on the play with Divination instead of on the draw. Navigator's Compass. Ooh. Some spice? This is the classic, my opponent really knows what they're doing or really doesn't know what they're doing card in this format. Either they're just like throwing this card in their deck because they want to play it, or they have like 5 color nonsense going on. So it's very tempting to blow with this compass when they're on black. I'm kind of a griefer, so I'm just gonna do it. Alright. Also, who knows if we were going to find a target for this, right? We never find targets for this card. Academy Drake, right? Fair enough. It actually lines up pretty well for them with our Even Sentry. There are 3 trades with our 4. Alright, no attacks. Ooh, Lyra. Tis a good one. Let's just attack, see what they do. Uh-huh. Okay, okay. Do I jam this? It's like a syncopate? Yeah, sure. Oh, punished. Alright, opponent's agree for 2. Alright, trade the blue source. Let's cast Divination here. Ooh, Trickster's nice. Alright, here we go. They're on all spells, we know that, because they missed the land drop. Alright, so here I think I'm actually going to be conservative now, because we just have Trickster we can flash in, and leave up Syncopate. And I will do that to get some beatdowns going on. And I guess we can opt too. If they want to kill my Trickster, it's not a big deal. Yeah, I'll top that. Alright, that's nice too. Let's do this, and then I think starting next turn I'll play the Tempest Djinn, or try to play the Tempest Djinn. Also, this means that we can go Tempest Djinn, hold up Blink, but I do want to hold up Syncopate for this turn still. Blink my flash creature. You got it. Cold Water Snapper, eh? Alright, I think I gotta counter that one. It's a decent blocker, and also, if they do have the combo of this plus the Flight Aura, kind of in for some trouble. Alright. I guess we can't blink with Kicker, which is unfortunate, but it's not a huge deal. Ooh, Demon Lord Belzenlog. Good lord. Okay. Yeah. All right, so we're just gonna blink this and hope we can out-tempo them here. Okay, Blessed Light's good. Blessed Light's good. They also take some damage when they cast the Demon Lord. They take a damage first, so I should hover over this. It's a 6/6 trample that ATBs exile the top card from your library until you exile a non-land, then put that card in their hand. If the card costs 4 or greater, you repeat the process, and they deal a damage. Or it deals a damage for each one you hit. All right, this is fine. Because of the Blessed Light. Blessed Light the clutches. Attack them for a good amount. Yep, get in there. All right, go to 3 of this. Don't kill this opponent. They can't cast the Belzenlog, luckily. Because they just die. Deep freeze. All right, it's fine. We'll deal our Arcanists. All right. That's a good one, actually. So let's crack. See if we can hit our Blink of an Eye. We do have a lot of them in our deck. Ooh, Ever's not bad either. So let's jam. And I could Reproach. I think I will, because they means that we cut off some of their mana. All right, do this. And it's just, another blocker. All right, I think we should be okay now. Because, again, they can't really cast this. And, they got 4 cards to work with. One of them being an opt. They are all spells, we're pretty sure. But, all right, Sphinx is fine. I guess they could, opt into a Vicious Offering. Cheap removal spell. Oh, they topped the card. All right, well, I'm just going to jam. All right, they topped the card and conceded. Fair enough. We got a little bit lucky that game, I think. With having the Blessed removal spell for their Embolden's Clutches right in time. All right, last round here. Yeah, certainly serviceable. Okay. So everybody, no other player does anything. Very classic. All right, call as the first play of the game is nice, especially with Blink. Let's first some backup here. I guess they could call of their own here. Nope, they don't. We might be in for a fast game. If they don't play anything that stabilizes them, 6 power worth of creatures plus double Blink is just gonna wreck them. All right, Skittering Surveyor ain't bad. Black Source. And draw Danitha. Okay, so let's just jam. They could have a Fungal Infection or a Vicious Offering. Nothing that really, incentivizes me to not attack. Would I actually bounce this? I don't think so. Because we're just going to play Danitha here. Now, it means that we can't hold up Blink, but that's all right. Or Blink with Kicker, I should say. All right, so they cast a Thallid Omnivore. That's a good one for blinking. I like that. And a Mouse. All right, that's actually pretty annoying-ish, right? I mean, we still have a good turn here. We had to blink this and then Gideon's Reproach, the Knight of Malice, so it's not so bad.
Well, lads, we've done it. Cooked it up just this morning.
It's not going to work.
Oh, dear. I seem to have made a mistake here. Despite the glowing voom, 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 voom hexproof from white going on here, I forgot that I cannot Gideon's Approach targeting Knight of Malice. Okay, minor setback. Also has first strike, of course, so not a huge deal. Would have preferred to have done that the opposite way, I suppose. Although they'd be able to sack their Surveyor to make this a 5/5. Not the end of the world, but all right. They cast an Aerial. They cast this Air but Aerial's really freaking good. We are gonna have to kill that thing. I don't think I can let that survive. Ooh, well, I could bounce it and then syncopate it on the way back down. That is something interesting for sure. Huh? How do we do this? I guess we just don't take any risks here, right? Yeah, because if they have a land, that plan doesn't work. Oh, sorry, what am I saying? That doesn't work anyways. Because, yeah, we can only syncopate for one. So, false alarm. Don't listen to what I just said. All right, cast our Omnivore. Which is an okay card outside of Saprolinks. It's not going to be amazing here. I'm just going to take this. But it does mess up our combat a little bit here, or mess up our board state. The blink does punish it nicely, but ooh. All right. I think I'm gonna cast this because there's a good chance we hit one of our angels. Yeah. Hey, look, one of our angels. So now the question is, do I want to leave up Blink of an Eye? I think, yeah. I think at this point, we can just pass. They can get him for some beats, and we next turn get to play Lyra and hold up our Blink. Also just means we get to syncopate some large monster here or whatever it is. Alright, they go to combat. Yeah, I'm just getting with the Sarah. Play an Aven Sentry. Yeah, also don't really need to counter that. Or Lyra just blanks it. Ooh, Tempest Gen. Well, it's a good backup if Lyra doesn't work out. So, if they happen to have 2 removal spells for Lyra, I suppose. Alright. They might have like a Vicious Offering here, which would be unfortunate because it would mean that like I have to blink on my turn. Like I would prefer they have to untap, then kill the Lyra. I can blink, right? This way, if they have Offering, which maybe it looks like they might have that, what happens is they get to have all their mana untapped on their turn, and it's like a pretty big tempo sit back for me. Now, mind you, I'm at 20, so it's not that bad, but... Alright, they don't have it. I guess that makes sense. If they had it, they would have probably just -2'd my Danitha here. Ooh, I can put a lot of First Strike in front of this thing, so they're going to have to sack through 2 things, and then I can just bounce it. Okay, they decide it's probably not something they want to do. Okay, that makes sense. They do. Okay, so... Yeah, let's do that. I think this is pretty nice. They're going to sack their Surveyor and their Sarah. They clearly don't have a removal spell. I don't think, at least. Or they would... Oh, Adamant will. Okay. Annoying. Sure, that's fine. Or they would have just cast it. Alright, we're just going to blink this now. So my plan of hold, blink for interaction spell on Lyra. Well, no, they still might have it. I think that it's worth making them go for it there. All right, now they have Bless the Light. All right, fair enough. They do. It's not that bad, though, again, because we have just Tempest Gen now. And there's a chance that I want to... I would have wanted to hold up Syncopate there, but I think just getting a Flyer down is nice. And with Gideon's Reproach in hand. There's a chance I shouldn't have even blocked there, right? Just gone like, you know what? Sure, take 3, right? And then the Lyra probably does a good job of winning us the game. All right, they also had a Vicious Offering too. Still okay, though, because we have the Gideon's Reproach for the Sentry. Yep. So my instincts of just being like, oh yeah, let's bash there, really punish them, you know, make them sack, punish them. Like I was probably too, you know, too ready to just be like, oh sweet, this is a good, like this looks really sweet for us. I'm gonna be able to blow them out, when it was probably just better to not do that, you know, just play it safe, keep up the blink on the Lyra. Yep. All right, Reproach you. And having double Syncopate here is pretty nice, too. Syncopate for 4 is going to counter, like, most things I care about when they're on 7 mana. Potentially 8. Cabal Evangel. Alright, that one can stick around. 2 mana, 2/2. All good, all good. Yep. Take 3. Alright, play land. Let's get in there. They are thinking about something. So they might be thinking about whether they should jump here, or if they should go for an interaction spell or wait. Yeah, they say, I want to exile that. And I say, I don't really want you to. They would. All right. A Dark Bargain, huh? I think I probably counter that. Then again, they lose 2 life off that, which is a whole turn off the clock. This is very interesting, right? It's a very philosophical question. Do you counter the card draw spell, or do you counter what they go and get off of it? I think no, because like I can just syncopate whatever they cast. They're gonna go to 3 here, so it means they are forced to trumpet this Air Disciple. So if they draw a interaction spell, I can counter it. Maybe they just trumpet the Disciple this turn anyways, but all right, they draw 2, they take 2. They now know after. I monologued for you for a good, 15 seconds that I probably have a removal spell, but... Or, sorry, a counter spell. Bit of a tell. This unicorn is fine, because Danitha can brick it. Yep. So we take 6 here. We draw a Skittering Surveyor. Okay. Let's get in. They're forced to jump. And now the question is, should I play my Surveyor or should I keep up Syncopate for Infinite? Probably the second, right? Well, I mean, it's Syncopate for 7 versus... Oh, well. Oh, no. Too trigger happy. All right. Well, now we have Syncopate for 5, which is like way less than Syncopate for 7. I wish I didn't do that, but here we are. All right. Let's hope that doesn't punish us. 5 still counters like Blessed Light and stuff. Doesn't counter Eviscerate? Oh no. Oh no. The hard punish. The hard punish. All right, all right. We can survive. We can survive. We can come back from this. We have the technology. Yep. Action. That's some action. All right, all right. We still in this. We still in this. This is the great part about being a streamer or content creator. You always get bailed out. You never get punished. Like, not a single time. My biggest tip for doing better in Magic is just start streaming. See? Look, never punished. Alright, so they can attack with the Mesa Unicorn to go to 3 here. But then I just, I eat the Mesa Unicorn. Eat it for breakfast. This doesn't work out that well for them, but... Alright. Jeez. It's good TV, right? You get to watch the streamer squirm and prove that I'm human just like everybody else, but then still win. Alright, so I accidentally clicked claim prize on Arena before I got to look at the deck, so we'll look at it here on 17 lands for a little debrief here. What was great about this deck? Well, I mean, had a Lyra. That was great. Had an Evra, had a Karn. Honestly, the start of the show was quad Blink of an Eye. I do believe, like, no matter what our creatures were, if we drew a Lyra or not, just meant that our calls and our Danithas got in, just early creatures coming down, blinks to back them up, really just made it so it was really, really hard for our opponent to ever stabilize. It was a great deck, really happy with the 7-2, and yeah, I guess we'll see you next time. Leave a comment if you liked the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out all the links in the description as well. I've got links to my podcast, links to my stream, and links to the Limited Level Ups Discord, so check all those out, and yeah, we'll see you next time for probably not Dominaria. I think it leaves Arena tomorrow or the day after, but we'll see. Maybe we can sneak one more. See you, everybody.